cold now, but got the heater on. Feeling sold out, even though I'm keeping strong. But can I hold out when every bit of freedom's gone? They want me rolled out, never to sing freedom song. I wanna see the sky, I wanna feel the rain, but gotta keep away from windows, that's some window pane. It's just a shame, couldn't have planned out all our dreams. Now I scream, cause there's a man in the machine, but the train is off the tracks, and damn, it's losing steam. I wanna call Christine, I haven't seen since 013. I'm missing life like 3 strikes each night. Seems like 3 nights ain't right. Can't fight, space light, hate life, wanting to be snake-like, shedding off this gray life. In the dark can't make light, but where I'm headed now is brake lights. Where I'm headed now they break lights. Counting days like brake lights, feeling weight like brake lights. Had a great life, brake lights, brake lights, brake lights. Out of place like brake lights, in my face like brake lights. Counting days like brake lights, brake lights, brake lights. Sit here asking, what have I done? If these strings were cut, I'd see my son. And if I could just fly from this place, then I'd hold you in my love embrace. And if I could just speak to you now, I'd renew my vow and be in the now. Is this me in denial? Wanna remove stress from your brow and pay you back some way, somehow. But it's painted black, can see the way back now. But how's the house and how's your mom? I doubt the way the media portrays me makes you hate me. But to think you see that daily makes me crazy, that just ain't me. Counting days like brake lights, feeling weight like brake lights. Had a great life, brake lights, brake lights, brake lights. Out of place like brake lights, in my face like brake lights. Counting days like brake lights, 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 brake lights. Brake lights, brake lights.
Hi, everybody. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. I am, of course, Suzie Dawson. I'm an activist journalist and president of the Internet Party of New Zealand. We just completed our first, what do we call it? Address, Unity for J, State of the Movement address. Cool, you guys can hear us and you can see us. Thank you so much for the confirmation messages. Throughout the last half of that stream that we just did, we were trying to bring Christine Assange, Julian Assange's mother, onto the stream to interview her and to talk to you and for her to share her messages for the amazing, heroic people who are involved in the Unity for J digital army. Yet somehow she was unable to call into the Zoom. She was unable to call us. She was unable to connect to the Zoom. We were unable to call her. All of us went to great lengths, and Christine went to great lengths for over an hour to try to be here in person, and absolutely nothing would work. Then I asked Christine if she would like to send a message. Sorry, someone says they can't hear me, but other people say that they can. So I think we're okay. Let us know if we have any problems. Then I asked Christine if she would like to send a message to the movement. And she said that yes, she would. And she started to write a message to you guys. And for nearly 30 minutes, I could see her trying to message me, but I was not receiving the data. I was not receiving her message. And I'm sitting there saying, Christine, I can see you're trying to message me, but I can't see your message. And she was unable to respond to me. I was unable to receive any data from her. I was unable to receive her message. And then right as we played that outro video, and then we cut the stream, as soon as we cut the stream, her message was released to me. So, you know, I've actually been consciously trying to not say that we're being interfered with, not like, you know, blame the deep state or whatever. But something like this is just absolutely, completely impossible to ignore the fact that they were doing a man in the middle on Twitter, and they were preventing me from receiving the data packets from Christine containing the message that she was trying to send to the movement. So my response to that interference is to immediately instruct our tech team to put us back live again and to do a whole stream just about the interference and to pass on Christine's message to you.
And tell them also that the fact that as soon as the stream
ended, we're on, Elizabeth, so you can tell them yourself.
Okay, well, I want to add this. Well, I was asking you to tell them because you're the one that was receiving the message, but I want to say that the reason that we really called this, you know, sort of an act of deep state interference was not just the fact that the message couldn't get through for 30 minutes or so. It was also the fact that as soon as our tech help told us that the stream's cut, that was the second that the message then went through to Suzie. So the fact that she got it the exact second that we were offline on our initial stream, that really struck home. So that's all I wanted to add.
And I also point out that I had been checking Kim.com's timeline, and I'd been thinking, oh, Kim must be AFK. He must not be around because he hasn't tweeted anything about the event. And I had sent him the information about the event. And then as soon as the stream cut, I could see on Kim's timeline the messages that he had sent promoting the event. Similar thing happened to me the other day with WikiLeaks timeline. WikiLeaks sent a message they sent a tweet out about the Unity for J movement, and I saw that message on somebody else's feed because someone else had retweeted it. And so I went to WikiLeaks timeline and I went all the way down back for days and days and days, and that message did not appear. It was invisible to me on WikiLeaks timeline. So that's the kind of total this is modern day book burning. This is exactly the type of stuff that, I'm sorry, like I actually hate all this talk about Nazis this and Nazis that, but that's literally what the Nazis did, is burn information, interfere with access to information. And that is exactly what these intelligence agencies are doing. They are digital Nazis, quite frankly. So I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm going to read to you the message from Christine. So just bear with me for a second.
And everyone send out this link as we get that lined up as well. And I just want to say too, before you read this, that the fact that they, you know, the powers that be have interfered this much to prevent Christine from speaking out on this stream and in general is totally indicative of how powerful her voice is perceived to be by them and how afraid they are of her voice reaching the public's ears. So that is a backhanded compliment to Christine and how powerful she is. So I just wanted to add that.
I completely agree with you. And also our response needs to be to punish the people who are interfering and show them that their interference is counterproductive. And by that, I mean, if they're going to interfere with our streams, we need to stream more often. If they are going to try to silence Christine, we need to uplift Christine's voice. We need to do more interviews with her, bring her onto the streams, get her engaged more often, because they're just showing their hand. They're showing that they're petrified of people hearing from Julian's mother, of Julian being humanized before a mass audience. And so that's exactly what we need to focus on doing. Okay, I'm going to read to you guys the message from Christine. Dear Unity for J team, the tech gods have decreed that despite our best and varied efforts, I was unable to join you tonight. But I wish to thank you all for your absolutely stellar work in amassing this formidable global army to protect and free my son, Julian. This will give him the hope, strength, and love he will need in the fight for justice ahead. Some time ago, I called out for WikiLeaks warriors to be replaced by WikiLeaks warriors. And warriors, you all are. Joining together in cooperation and support with Julian's longtime supporters and defenders, this new digital 21st century global command center is a welcome and timely boost in the fight for his freedom. With special thanks. Oh, okay, then she says some nice things about me. Should I read? I don't want to read nice things about myself.
Well, if you want to skip them, then go right ahead. I don't know if she intended it to be private.
Okay. I'm going to put myself aside for a second. I want to read her message in full. With special thanks to WikiLeaks Wonder Woman warrior me for the concept and driving it to reality. Love to all the fellow WikiLeaks warriors, from Christine Assange. That is incredibly sweet. Thank you, Christine, for your extremely generous words. Every concept that I've ever employed in my activism is based on countless influences. I don't think there's the old saying that nobody really invents anything new. They just take scraps of things from all over the place and put them together in a way that works. And I think that's what we've done here. And also, if I had put the call out and no one had answered, it would have still just been me screaming to the heavens by myself. The reality is this incredible, formidable global force is because that call has been answered and heeded by 2,500 people so far. It is a testament to you, Christine, that you birthed someone so incredible to have such an immense impact on human history as it unfolds, that thousands of people are compelled to come together to create this digital force. So, like Ray said at the end of the last stream, we thank you. We thank you for giving the world Julian. And this digital army is a reflection of Julian's achievements, of his choices and his hard work. That's what this is all about. I am incredibly privileged to be coordinating it, but as you can see on these streams, I'm doing it alongside a whole fleet of amazing people, incredible people who are making this happen. Okay, now, you guys, I'm just going to do something for a minute because I don't trust Twitter now. And I mean, not that I particularly trusted them before, but this is like next evolution, next generation interference that I've been experiencing tonight. Elizabeth, you also were having interference occur. Do you want to
Yes, I was.
a quick talk about that? And I will
Absolutely.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm just going to do something.
Yeah, as we were preparing to go back to this live stream and restart this in order to read Christine's message to everyone, I was of course trying to post the alert to everyone, and I think a lot of you may have seen posting in all caps on Twitter, alert, we are going live. I don't usually all caps, so be there. And so when I tried to post the same message to Facebook, I ran into a very interesting, another sort of censorship issue. And I'm going to share a screen to show it to you all, because it's still, at this very moment, it looks the exact same as it did 15 minutes ago when I tried to share this. So one moment. Okay, so here we are seeing, the Distribute Media Facebook page from my perspective as one of the people running it. And you can see I tried to post this Disobedient Media alert saying that we'll be on, that we'll be live, and it has sat here. It has sat like this for the last half an hour, not doing anything. And that may not sound like much, but as you can tell from me speaking to you all, there is no issue with my internet connection. There is nothing about my internet that is slowing this process, and there was nothing uploading except a normal text post with a link. So it's not as if I had attached a large file that had to upload. So this is set like this forever. I actually refreshed the link of the Facebook page, tried to do it again. The same thing happened. And I can tell you, as somebody who has, worked on this page and on all of the Disobedient Media social media profiles for, a year and a half or more, this has never happened to me ever, not once. In the entire time that I've worked with Disobedient Media, I've never seen this happen, much less, refreshing the page and it happens again. So to me, I interpreted this as yet another attempt to silence what Christine had to say and to make sure that people didn't access this stream in order to hear that message. And so I, along with Suzie, and I know everyone that is part of Unity4J and everyone in general that supports Julian Assange and WikiLeaks' work, will refuse to allow Christine Assange to be silenced in this ridiculous, immature kind of manner, and in the way that, especially at a time when Julian can't speak out. So they are trying to do the concentric circle type of censoring, where if they're going to censor Assange, they're then also going to try to censor his closest relatives and his really the people who are closest to him in his life. So I'm going to stop sharing now. And just 1 second, I'm getting a message here.
Okay, so a lot of people, the audience of the stream has just doubled in the last 2 minutes. People are just realizing what's happening and are jumping back on. And I've just been asked if we could read again the message from Christine. So I thought this time it would be cool to have Elizabeth. And then I have a message from Kim.com, who I just spoke to on the phone. And then we'll wrap shortly after that.
Okay, that's fine with me. I will definitely read that now to you all. So for those of you who just joined us, welcome. Thank you for tuning in again. And this is the message that Christine Assange sent Suzie. And for those of you who didn't hear earlier, this was not only delayed by 20 minutes, but also only came through the instant that the previous stream was ended, when it was finally cut. That is the moment that this message was able to get through. So the message reads, from Christine Assange to everyone involved with Unity4J. She says, "Dear Unity4J team, the tech gods have decreed that despite our best and varied efforts, I was unable to join you tonight. Apparently my phone is, quote, busy." So they actually interfered with her phone. But she says that she wishes to thank everyone for your absolutely stellar work, which is amassing this formidable global army to protect and free my son Julian, or her son Julian, sorry. This will give him the hope, strength, and love he will need in the fight for justice ahead. Some time ago, she called out for WikiLeaks warriors to be replaced by WikiLeaks, sorry, I am terrible at pronouncing that difference. So warriors to be replaced by warriors, and what warriors you all are. Sorry about that. Joining together in cooperation and support with Julian's longtime supporters and defenders, this new digital 21st century global command center is a welcome and timely boost in the fight for his freedom. With special thanks to WikiLeaks Wonder Woman warrior Suzie Dawson for the concept and driving it to reality. Love to all fellow WikiLeaks warriors, Christine Assange. Okay, and if you all want to hear that again one more time, I'm happy to read it, but you'll just have to forgive my horrific pronunciation this time. So, dear Unity4J team, the tech gods have decreed that despite our best and varied efforts, I was unable to join you tonight. Apparently my phone is busy, but I wish to thank you all for your absolutely stellar work is amassing this formidable army, global army, to protect and free my son Julian. This will give him hope, strength, and love he will need in the fight for justice ahead. Some time ago, I called out for WikiLeaks warriors to be replaced by WikiLeaks warriors, and what warriors you all are. Joining together in cooperation and support with Julian's longtime supporters and defenders, this new digital 21st century global command center is a welcome and timely boost in the fight for his freedom. With special thanks to WikiLeaks Wonder Woman warrior Suzie Dawson for the concept and driving it to reality. Love to all the fellow WikiLeaks warriors, Christine Assange. And so I hope that everyone who has joined us was able to hear that. I think that was an incredible message, and it's insane. It's absolutely unbelievable the degree to which this message was attempted to be that the powers that be attempted to prevent this message reaching all of you. So I hope that really resonates with you all. I know it resonates with Suzie and I really appreciate the efforts that Christine went to get this to you all, because as Suzie said, we were attempting to contact her for a good hour, and then after that, when we decided that that it was obvious that we couldn't get through to her, in order for her to speak on the stream herself, she then spent another 30 minutes trying to get this message through to you all. So please take that into account, with just in the knowledge of how much this message means, not only to us, not only to all of you, but to the deep state that tried to prevent it reaching you. So, and just how afraid they are of this type of message. So, take it with the importance that it represents. Suzie, what do you have to say at this time?
What do I have to say? The funny thing about this interference is that when you start documenting the interference, they panic, because there's nothing that they work on a basis of deniability. They need to be able to deny everything that they're doing. So as soon as you start documenting it, they freak out. So I just asked Christine if she had any comment about the censorship that we're experiencing and the interference. And she said, yes, she does have a comment. And then she tried to send me the comment, and exactly the same thing started happening as was happening when she, with the original message that we were unable to receive. So I launched QuickTime and started screen recording so that I could document and show
how much time was spent.
Exactly what it was that was occurring. And within 35 seconds of my QuickTime recording, all of a sudden her messages are getting through to me again. So I don't think that's coincidental either. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to give you Christine's comment on the censorship that we have been experiencing. Christine says, it would appear the deep state is not only terrified of Julian's courageous truth journalism, but also of those who support and defend him. The deep state are at heart cringing cowards, and they are unable to fight fairly or with honour. That is the message from Christine Assange about those who are actively interfering and suppressing a social justice movement, a human rights movement, a press freedom movement, a democratic movement. For all that these same intelligence agencies bleat on about democracy and how we are free and we have rights, they actually in practice will violate all of them, at the drop of a hat. They run third world countries, but they call them first world countries, in my opinion. Now, given that somber note, I have a message from Kim.com. And Kim says, this is a serious and grave moment in time, which is why we all need to laugh, and that Julian would want us to laugh even at this moment. So he has just sent me a video that he wants me to play for you all. He says, apologies, he's not here. He's traveling at the moment and he doesn't have a stable enough Wi-Fi connection. Otherwise, Kim would jump on and talk to you himself. But he's sent you this. From kimandliz.com. Kim says, hi, I'm Suzie 3D. I'll play that for you guys one more time because it's pretty freaking hilarious. Oh,
yeah, and for those
people say they can't hear it. Okay, hold on.
It's silent, isn't it? Silent until the very end.
I'm just gonna pull my headset so that you guys. I'll ask him to post it on his Twitter. I'll get him to post it on his Twitter so you can all hear it. But I'll try one more time.
And as you get that up, I just want to say one thing, which is I've noticed I'm flipping back and forth between our Zoom chat and the actual stream on YouTube. And the delay now between Zoom and showing up on YouTube is now entire minutes long, whereas before on our previous stream, it was a few seconds. So that is another element of ridiculousness. Right. Yeah, so exactly.
We had a network engineer during Anti-Spy Bill analyze the network traffic on the YouTube, and we're actually able to see that how they perform that, the interception and surveillance, they're actually rerouting the traffic from within YouTube. Our stream traffic is actually being rerouted through the servers and networks that they apply the interference from, which tells us that YouTube is complicit because they're allowing it to happen, but it's not YouTube that is doing it. It is, in fact, this third party that the traffic is being rerouted through.
Ridiculous. Very interesting, though.
I will try to play that video for you one more time and use my onboard sound. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. What the video is of is Kim and Liz.com watching the previous stream, and they're watching me talk and do a big spiel. And Kim is pretending to be me, and he's mouthing the words that I'm saying. And he knows me so well that, like, when I'm saying, I want to say a huge thank you, he's like he's perfectly mouthing the words that I'm actually saying on the stream, and sends me the message, "Hi, I'm Suzie 3D. Here we go, one more time. See if you guys can see it. I'm not sure if you can hear it. I'm maxing volume. I'll do my best. But it's also just in time. So that's really my final words. And I'd just say a huge thank you to everybody. Sorry if you still can't hear that, guys. We'll ask him to tweet it out. Okay, I think that's enough for tonight. Thank you for sticking it out and coming back for the second broadcast. I really appreciate it. I hope that you get as much satisfaction and pleasure from Christine's message to us as we do from hearing it. And I think what she said about this global command center for protecting Julian it's on the money, and it's amazing. And I'm so proud you're all a part of it. So
thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it too. Just you all tuning in again is really moving. So thank you.
Okay, our tech people are just asking if we want some more music on the way out. I think we do. Here is Kill the Messenger by James Gets It and V for Vapid. It's like the most freaking awesome song. Go to SoundCloud and listen to it. Go to Tune and listen to it. And then these guys actually get paid for their amazing work. So that would be super cool. Spread the music everywhere. Spread the movement messages everywhere. Spread the graphics and videos everywhere. And I'll be right here in Discord with you in a few minutes working. Thank you all for working with us.
And see you next time, guys.
Night.
I walk free in the city streets. 2,500 days plus 50 weeks. Doing hard time for these WikiLeaks. Trying to bring the truth out, man, it only gets you heat. And then they gag you, you don't get to speak. And when you get the leak, they try to hit delete. The masses of the masses, they want the shit discreet. That's why my middle finger's up to these sick elites. Free speech, it's the freedom of press. Take your deepest, darkest secrets, never leave them unsaid. If I'm a thief, then I'm a thief for the people you dread. The people up the red, why blue, you keep them in bed. Seeing the sheep, keep them asleep, deceiving the weak. Keep seeking the leaks till you cease, and I see your defeat. Until I'm deceased underneath a freezer Yeah, then I hit the switch and release. When Goldman Sachs is your creditor, you kill the messenger. Stories axed by the editor, you kill the messenger. Pay to play on the regular, you kill the messenger. Need to silence any questioners, you kill the messenger. And outside my window a figure quickly creeps. They dark as night like some motherfucking chimney sweeps. Whiskey with my Mickey keeps dying in my kidneys weak. Silence of my risky tweets is what the grand jury seeks. I'm wanting peace like 7 years in Tibet. Now rest in peace like 7 years under threat. Cause I've released 7 vaults, they upset. They ended the rape sentence but the US still insists to rest. I guess it's a sin to take the truth and disseminate. MLK to Gandhi, take aim and eliminate. And I don't say I'm great, just wanna say what's fake. But if they kill me, a million others will take my place. The CIA's post like a knife the sharpest. All hypocrisy, lies, and heartless. They want to stop me, my life make my heart quit. Cause democracy dies in the darkness. When Goldman Sachs is your